The serratus anterior muscles come from the underside of the scapula and they attach onto the ribs. And they integrate from here, they attach into the abdominal muscles. So through their indirect anchor on the rib cage, through the direct anchor on the rib cage, they indirectly stabilize the pelvis so that you can perform a single leg squat. So all that to say, in order to actually nail your pistol squat, you have to reach through the arms harder than you think you can, because that's going to activate serratus anterior and allow your pelvis to be stable.
Welcome to the Dr. J.J. Thomas Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dr. J.J. Thomas Podcast. Today's podcast, I am going to give you a tutorial on how to nail the pistol squat. It may take you a little time, but with a little bit of work and effort and diligent and deliberate focused work, you will get there. First, I'd like to say, I always look up why it's called the pistol squat. And I think people say that it's called a pistol squat because you make the shape of a pistol when you're going down. I don't think that's true. I think what happens is when you shoot a pistol, you focus on your arm pushing out, activating your core, essentially stabilizing your pelvis so that you can fire accurately and be stable for if there's any what do they call that again? Backfire. So I don't know, if anybody actually has the number one source on the answer to that, I would love to hear from you. So let me know. But I wasn't able to find the answer, but that's my intuition. Anyway, the reason that's relevant to today's episode is the secret to the pistol squat is the arms, okay? I'm gonna teach you regressions anyway, but I wanna come right out of the gates telling you that you will not nail the pistol squat if you don't emphasize your reach through the arms. And the reason that is, we'll throw some anatomy up on this podcast as well, is that the serratus anterior muscles come from the underside of the scapula and they attach onto the ribs. And they integrate from here, they attach into the abdominal muscles. So through their indirect anchor on the rib cage, through the direct anchor on the rib cage, they indirectly stabilize the pelvis so that you can perform a single leg squat. So all that to say, in order to actually nail your pistol squat, you have to reach through the arms harder than you think you can, because that's going to activate serratus anterior and allow your pelvis to be stable. Now, don't be frustrated if you can't do that, but just as I said, remember that in each of these regressions, if you're going to train it well and you're going to train it right, you have to, at all times, push through the arms harder than you think you can. The description I use to my patients when I'm coaching this, or my friends, whoever I'm coaching, is that I say to have like superhero arms, essentially. I tell them, imagine that you have electricity that's gonna come out of your fingers and you're shooting somebody with your fingertips, okay? That's the type of arms that I want you to have. Now, the first regression I'm gonna show you is essentially, you're gonna unload one side and so I'm gonna squat on this right side. From there, we're gonna start, the regression is, I'm gonna slide this non-base leg out, but before I do so, I'm gonna get my superhero arms, right? My pistol arms. I'm gonna zap that person way out there. Now I'm gonna start descending into my squat as I slide my other leg out as far as I can. When you get tired or fatigued or feel like you're losing it, find stability through the arm reach, then you can come back up. That's progression number one. Progression number two starts the same. Superhero arms, push harder than you think you can, right? I'm electrifying something far out there. I'm descending into my pistol squat. I'm reaching that leg as far as I can. Now I'm gonna lift that leg as I find stability through my arms. Lower the leg and then stand. So that's progression number two. Eventually, you're gonna keep working on those progressions till you get deeper and deeper, right? Deeper and deeper. Push, find stability through the arms, lift, then stand, okay? Eventually, you're gonna be able to go all the way down. You may not be able to lift at that point, that's okay. Push through the arms and come up. And then the final variation before you actually are able to complete it like without assistance is if you have the hamstring flexibility, then you can reach for that other leg. And again, that sort of helps you with the superhero arm reach. So then the next phase would be to reach through the arms as far as you can until you're able to get all the way down. Then if you can lift and then stand, reach through the arms as you come up. And then the final step will be able to descend all the way down. Whew, I'm out of breath. So that's it. You're just gonna go little by little, be okay with where you are, follow the cues in the sense that this is not the type of thing that you will progress at if you don't honor the rules. The rules are that you're gonna find stability through those arms and that you're gonna go where you can, essentially with stability. So if that's here, totally fine. Train in that. Because when you train in the correct sequence, meaning activating primal or foundational shoulder stabilizers first, then you're going to be setting yourself up for success, efficiently moving the way we were intended to move, and then you'll be able to complete it. Let me know how it goes. Reach out if you have any questions. Make sure you subscribe for more content.